Okay, so we will get this kind of animation. Now select this, press S, and let's make this 70%. Go to the align tab and align it at the top. Now make sure to enable this snapping option and hit Ctrl D, and we will simply bring this downward, and we will follow this procedure again and again and again like this until we will get completed stuff. It's okay if it's going outside the composition. Simply hit Ctrl A, and with the arrow keys you can adjust it properly. Let's enable this title section like this, so the middle one should be at the center. Okay, like that. Now we'll take a distance of 10 frames by holding Alt and close square bracket. We will trim this, right click, keyframe assistance, sequence layers, hit OK, zoom out, and we will increase the duration of it. Let's go somewhere around over here. Alt click, open square bracket, and trim this up to this, and make sure it should start from here. Then go to the start and simply bring this animation over here. So if you see this animation, we will get continuously like this. Now let's select all of them over here and press or hit Ctrl Z, press Ctrl Shift C, and we will call it as 1, and simply bring this over here. I think let's go inside the strip, and over here if you see we have the stroke. Instead of this color, let's choose white color, and let's see, and we can also increase the stroke width of this one. But before that we have to remove this layer styles. Let's hide this layer style, so I'll get this kind of animation. This looks a little bit nicer, so let's increase the stroke width a little bit. Yep. Now let's select this, hit Ctrl D, and let's move this over here. Again hit Ctrl D, let's move this over here. Again hit Ctrl D, and let's move this over here. Now select all of them and try to adjust this at the center. Now select this third one, which is this one, and this is the last one. You'll select both the layers, press S, unlink this, and we are going to name it as -100. Also this one -100. So if we see this now, we are gonna get this kind of animation. Okay, and this is one thing. And if you don't want this pattern, then you can simply select this one. You can go to the and reduce the roundness, so you will get this kind of pattern. But this is simply up to you. I'll choose this one, and let's select this one. And if you change the color of this, instead of white, you can choose a little bit darker version or different color of something, then that is also okay. You will get something like this. So this is totally up to you. I'm going to stick up with this white color. And now our main purpose is to create this animation in the form of loop. So if I go inside the strip, and if you hit U, as you guys can see, this animation is ending at 3. So I'll go to the main animation, and I'll go to around 3 seconds. Let's move this over here and hit N. And if you hit play this animation, as you guys can see, you're gonna get this animation in the form of loop. Okay, so this is one stuff. Now right click new and create one null object. Now along with this error animation, I want a little bit downward animation also. So let's select all of these layers and make it apparent with this null. Select this null, press S, and let's make this scale 150, or I think 150 is too much, so let's make this 110. And we will simply bring this upward and select all of these layers and make sure to enable this icon. And let's move this, press P. Let's move this upward until the edge of it should touch this line, so we will get something like this. Okay, and press P and create one keyframe. Zoom in a little bit, go to around 3 seconds. We will select this layer and we will bring this downwards until this one should touch over here, as you guys can see. the edge of this ones are touching this. So if you see this animation now, we will, along with this animation, you're gonna get this downward animation also. But because of this animation, as you guys can see, we are getting a little bit trouble of looping. So to adjust that, what we can do, let's simply hit Ctrl R and let's go to the start, and we will bring one ruler from here. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit. Why we, first of all, let's explain this in little detail. Let's adjust this over here. As you guys can see, the edge of this what we call rounded rectangle is touching the edge of this composition, and at my last keyframe also, edge of this whatever rectangle or rounded rectangle, it should touch the end of this composition. Okay, so so because of this, you will get this continuously in the form of loop. But now we have problem over here is that if you see at the end, this is not in the form of loop. So to adjust that, what we can do, I'll bring one ruler over here, zoom in a little bit, and what I can see over here, let's adjust this somewhere around over here. It's not necessary that you should touch this one also, you can choose anyone, but one thing we need to remember that it is going on forward direction. So I'll go and move my this timeline over here, and I'll end my animation where this one, which means this one over here, should come at this point. Okay, so I think at this point it's coming over here, so I'll simply bring this keyframe over here and I'll hit N over here. So now if I see this animation, I'll get this animation continuously in the form of loop. So this is how you can create this animation, and just for extra, press Ctrl Y and create one solid background, and we will bring this backward, so we are not getting any fill over here. And let's remove this. So now if you see this stuff, you will get this animation in the form of loop. Okay, so this is how you can create looping animation.